Most people think the enemy is out there waiting in some crisis, some massive challenge, some public failure. But that's not how discipline dies. The real enemy is comfort, and it doesn't come at you like a punch in the face. It sneaks in quietly, disguised as harmless choices, one little moment at a time. It starts small. You're supposed to get up at 5:00 a.m. to train, to read, to build yourself. But you're tired. You tell yourself 5 more minutes. Just 5, and maybe you do get up 5 minutes later, or maybe you don't. Either way, you've already lost. You think you dodged the pain, but what you really did was reinforce the habit of negotiation. And once you start negotiating with yourself, comfort starts winning. Comfort doesn't scream, it whispers, asterisk, you worked hard yesterday, asterisk, it tells you, asterisk, you deserve to take it easy today, asterisk, and that voice feels right. It feels good, that's what makes it dangerous. You think you're being reasonable, but really, you're being slowly disarmed. Every time you choose the easy routes, skipping the cold shower, delaying the hard conversation, settling for good enough, you send a signal to your mind that says, asterisk, avoid discomfort, retreat, asterisk, now multiply that over days, weeks, months. You think your life changed suddenly? No. It changed quietly when you weren't paying attention. That's what I call asterisk, comfort creep, asterisk. It doesn't show up in big decisions. It shows up when you choose the couch over the gym. It shows up when you scroll on your phone instead of building your business. It shows up when you bite your tongue instead of speaking your truth. The most dangerous thing about comfort creep is that it doesn't hurt immediately. That's why most people don't fight it. There's no immediate consequence. You skip one workout, you're still alive, you sleep in one day, nothing breaks, but here's what does happen. Your standard drops. And once your standard drops, you start accepting less, you train less, you expect less, you asterisk become asterisk less. People think discipline is about doing the hard thing once in a while. That's not it. Discipline is about choosing the hard path repeatedly, even when nothing forces you to. Especially when nothing forces you to, that's the training. That's how you build an unbreakable mindset. Every time you push through resistance, you reinforce the belief that you're in control. Every time you surrender to comfort, you reinforce the belief that you're weak. Look, comfort is a liar. It tells you you're okay when you're not. It tells you you've earned rest when you haven't. It tells you you're balanced, but really, you're just asterisk avoiding growth asterisk. Discipline comes from friction, from doing what your body and mind don't want to do. And every time you run toward that discomfort instead of away from it, you sharpen your edge. You grow stronger mentally, physically, emotionally. You become someone who finishes what they start, someone who can be trusted even by themselves. And trust me, self-trust is everything. If you can't trust yourself to get up on time, to follow through, to say no to the easy path, how are you going to conquer anything real? Discipline isn't something you turn on when the stakes are high. It's something you rehearse in silence, when no one's watching, when it doesn't matter to anyone else but you. I'm not saying never rest. I'm not saying never take a break. But when you rest, do it on your terms. Not because comfort pulled you into its trap. You have to earn that rest. You have to build the habit of asterisk voluntarily asterisk facing discomfort every single day. That's how you stay sharp. That's how you stay ready. Because one day, life will test you. And in that moment, you don't rise to the occasion. You fall to your level of training, so kill comfort before it kills your discipline. Train when it's cold, focus when you're tired, speak the truth when it's hard, stay in the fight when your mind says quit. Those are the moments that build your edge. Those are the moments most people waste, because they're too busy chasing what feels good, not what makes them strong. You want to be uncommon among the uncommon. Then stop chasing comfort like the rest of the world. Use discomfort like a weapon. Let it shape you, harden you, and teach you, because if you don't choose pain voluntarily, life will hand it to you involuntarily, and by then it might be too late. Comfort creep is the enemy. Hunt it, expose it, eliminate it, and never let it make a home inside you, because once it does, it takes everything. Stay hard. Excuses are the silent assassins of discipline, and the most dangerous part. They don't look like excuses. They show up wearing the mask of logic, of reason, of just being realistic. They trick you. They speak in your voice. They sound smart, calculated, even mature. But underneath all that, they're just dressed up lies meant to protect you from discomfort and accountability. You don't say, asterisk, I'm too lazy to work out today. Asterisk, that would be honest. Instead, you say, asterisk, I'm sore, I might get injured, I should rest and recover. Asterisk, you don't say, asterisk, I'm afraid to take the leap. Asterisk, you say, asterisk, now's not the right time. Asterisk, you don't say, asterisk, I gave up. Asterisk, you say, asterisk, it just wasn't aligned with my goals. Asterisk, you see how clever that is. How subtle. These aren't just words. They're rationalizations that allow you to escape responsibility while still feeling like you're doing the right thing. That's how discipline erodes, quietly, through language that sounds responsible but leads to regret. Every time you do this, you program your brain to prioritize comfort over progress. It starts to believe the narrative. It begins to default to comfort-based logic, and soon quitting doesn't feel like quitting. It feels like wisdom. Skipping the grind doesn't feel like weakness. It feels like self-care. But if you're honest with yourself, and that's the key here, asterisk radical honesty asterisk, you know what's really going on. You don't need more motivation. You don't need another video, another quote, another podcast. You need to strip away the story you've built around your excuses. You need to stop letting your inner voice play lawyer for your limitations. Because it will. It will argue brilliantly on behalf of your fear, your laziness, your doubt. And unless you've trained your mind to challenge that, it will win. Every time. Let me give it to you straight. If the reason you're not acting is followed by the word because, and the end of that sentence makes you feel safe, not stronger, you're lying to yourself. Asterisk, I didn't study today because I was mentally drained. Asterisk, asterisk, I didn't push through the workout because I wasn't feeling 100%. Asterisk, asterisk, I didn't apply for that position because I don't meet every qualification. Asterisk, it sounds smart. Logical, responsible, but deep down, it's just fear. It's you protecting your ego, not your future. Now flip the script. Imagine if the people you admire made the same excuses you do. Do you think David Goggins double? You became who he is by saying, asterisk, I'll try again when I'm more prepared. Asterisk, do you think warriors, champions, world changers waited until they asterisk felt asterisk ready? No. They acted despite fear, despite fatigue, despite doubt. That's what separates disciplined people from everyone else. It's not talent. It's not luck. It's the refusal to believe the polite lies the brain offers when things get hard. Here's the thing. The human brain is an incredible machine, but it's also lazy. Its number one job is survival, not growth. It's hardwired to avoid pain, to conserve energy, to seek safety. That's why it creates excuses that sound logical, because logic gives you a reason not to fight. But discipline is about asterisk, training your mind asterisk to override that default. It's about recognizing when that inner voice is lying to you, even when it sounds perfectly reasonable. You have to learn to catch yourself in the act, build the habit of questioning your first thought. If your brain says asterisk, let's do this later, asterisk you say asterisk, why not now, asterisk if it says asterisk, we can skip just this once, asterisk you ask asterisk, would I respect myself if I did that? Asterisk when it says asterisk, you've earned this rest. Asterisk you challenge it with asterisk, have I really? Asterisk that's how you take control. That's how you stop letting weak thoughts make strong decisions. And here's the harsh truth most people won't admit. It's not the big lies that hold you back. It's the small, smart, sounding ones. The ones you repeat to yourself until they become part of your identity. You start to asterisk believe asterisk you're someone who needs more time. Someone who doesn't do well under pressure. Someone who's too busy or not wired that way. All of that is noise. All of that is your comfort zone talking. So what do? You stop justifying weakness. You strip away every reason that protects you from pain. You call your bluff. You look in the mirror and you get brutally honest about where you're slipping. And why? Because only when you expose those lies can you rebuild discipline on the foundation of truth. At the end of the day, it's not about perfection. It's about awareness, about calling yourself out when nobody else will, about refusing to let your excuses dress up as logic and walk free. That's the fight, every damn day, and if you want to win that fight, you better get good at recognizing the enemy, even when it shows up wearing your own voice. Excuses don't sound like weakness until you've trained yourself to hear them for what they are. Once you do, once you remove the mask, you reclaim your power, and from there, no one can stop you, not even you. Stay sharp, stay honest, stay hard. Your mind is the real battleground, not your job, not your competitors, not the weights in the gym or the obstacles in life. It's between your ears. Every day you wake up and step into war, and most people don't even know they're in a fight. That's why they keep losing, not because they're weak physically, but because they never trained mentally. The mind doesn't care about your goals. The mind is designed to protect you, not grow you. It will avoid discomfort, avoid pain, avoid risk, even if that means killing your potential. If you don't learn how to recognize that, how to fight that, then you will lose to yourself every single time. And here's the truth most people don't want to hear, the things that kill your discipline. They don't yell, they whisper things like just 5 more minutes, this task can wait, you've done enough today, no one will know, those thoughts don't come at you like enemies. They come like allies, they feel reasonable, they feel earned, but they're not. They're the enemy in disguise, and if you're not vigilant, if you're not brutally honest with yourself, those thoughts will win. And when they do, your discipline dies quietly. That's why I say your mind is a battlefield. It's not a place for comfort. It's a war zone, and the worst part, most of the battles are invisible. No one sees them. No one claps for you when you say no to your phone and yes to focus. No one cheers when you shut down distractions, when you choose to train after a 12-hour shift, when you put in the extra reps that nobody asked for. There's no spotlight there, just silence, but that's where discipline is built. In the unseen battles. People think discipline is about the big stuff. Quitting a bad job, starting a company, running an ultramarathon. That's not where it begins. It begins when you control your mind during the smallest moments, when you refuse to let distractions steal your time, when you choose pain over comfort every damn time. You build that like a muscle. You don't just have a strong mindset, you earn it through repetition, through reps in suffering. The world will tell you to take care of your mental health by avoiding stress. I'm telling you to face your stress on purpose. Not all stress is bad, some of it is growth. Some of it is sharpening you. If you avoid every hard conversation, every uncomfortable truth, every grueling task, you might stay safe, but you'll stay small. Growth lives in the places your mind doesn't want to go. And let's talk about self-pity for a minute. That's one of the biggest killers of discipline, and it's sneaky. You start telling yourself that it's harder for you, that people don't understand your struggle, that maybe it's not fair. And maybe it's not, but guess what? Life doesn't reward fairness. It rewards fight, and as long as you stay stuck in self-pity, you will never activate that fight. You've got to learn to shut that voice down. You've got to recognize when your thoughts are leading you away from the path, and you've got to interrupt them. You've got to create mental distance between what your mind says and what you choose to do. Just because you think a thought doesn't mean you obey it. That's the skill, that's the discipline. You're not your thoughts. You're the one who decides which thoughts win. And the more often you choose strength over surrender, the more you rewire your brain to follow your lead, not the other way around. Let me be real with you. Nobody's coming to fix your mindset, not your coach. Not your boss, not your parents. It's on you. You have to build your own armor. You have to become your own commander, your own motivator, your own fire. You have to be willing to call yourself out when you're slipping. Not with shame, but with ownership. And I'll say it again. Most people lose this battle because they're unaware they're even fighting one. They walk through life in reactive mode, scrolling, distracting, escaping. They let their attention be pulled by the world instead of being directed by purpose. That's a dangerous way to live. That's a passive life, and a passive life will never produce discipline. So how do you take control? You fight every day. You wake up and you get intentional. You put your goals in front of your face and you ask, asterisk, what actions align with this today? Asterisk, and when your mind starts throwing distractions, temptations, and emotional escape hatches at you, you recognize it for what it is, resistance. You stare it down and say, asterisk, not today, asterisk, because this is war, and in war, hesitation kills. Discipline isn't for the weak. It's not for the comfortable. It's for the warriors who show up for the fight every single day, even when they're tired, even when they're afraid, even when they don't feel like it. The battlefield is always there, in your habits, in your choices, in your thoughts, and the warrior is the one who doesn't run from it, but conquers it. Every damn day, stay alert, stay ready, stay hard. So here it is, raw, real, and undeniable. Discipline doesn't die in explosions. It dies in silence. It dies in 5 more minutes of sleep. It dies in that small excuse that sounds smart. It dies when you stop fighting the battle inside your own head. That's the truth. Every single day, you're either sharpening your discipline or letting it rust. There is no neutral. You're either stepping towards strength or slipping into weakness. And if you don't recognize the subtle, silent habits, the comfort creep, the logical, sounding excuses, the passive surrender to mental laziness, you will wake up one day as a shadow of the person you were meant to be. Discipline is not about being perfect. It's about being asterisk aware asterisk. It's about facing the quiet moments when nobody's watching and still choosing the hard path, the growth path, the warrior path. And if you want to live uncommon, if you want to break out of average, you have to develop the awareness to catch yourself in the act, and the strength to course, correct in real time. Stop negotiating with comfort. Stop letting your mind run the show. Stop giving excuses a pass just because they sound reasonable. You know the truth. You know what needs to be done, so do it. Over and over and over again. That's how you become dangerous. That's how you become disciplined. That's how you become unstoppable. You're not here to play small. You're not here to be soft. You're here to dominate the silent war inside yourself. No one's coming to save you. No one's coming to wake you up. It's on asterisk, you asterisk. Stay conscious, stay focused, stay ruthless with your excuses, and above all else, asterisk, asterisk, stay hard. Asterisk, asterisk.